Okay. I'm just gonna touch on what I said a little bit earlier. I've got Venus Juice here, finishing up from the last video. So, kind of like how I was talking about earlier, the main source of energy is the sun. So, you have a cycle. It goes, all beings on this earth fit in that cycle somewhere. So they're specialized based on their gut anatomy, their digestive system to eat certain foods. So based on just our anatomy, we're meant to eat plant-based foods, a lot of vegetables, a lot of plants, a lot of fruits. So another thing to point out, I guess one big thing that a lot of people aren't getting is vitamin D. Like you don't really get it from anything except the sun. That's the best source. Like carnivores don't synthesize vitamin D in their skin because they get it from their diet. They get it from the livers of animals, which stores vitamin D. We don't eat livers anymore, at least, and so we're not really getting vitamin D from anything. So getting out in the sun is important, and of course, you talk about vitamin D forever and all this stuff it can do for you. And there's a ton of interesting stuff about vitamin D. Okay, so what else was I going to go into? So yeah, I just talk a little bit about the sodium. So in my diet, I'm trying not to eat anything with salt, no added salt. So of course, nothing packaged. Preferably don't eat anywhere at any restaurants because that's like the worst food. So a big thing with salt is, especially from an athletic standpoint, and any standpoint, is that sodium from salt, is sodium ions get in your cells and throw off the balance, chemical balance, and cell edema is basically what results. The cell starts pulling in all this water and you're basically bloating, and it throws off cellular respiration, which is how you get energy. So kind of right there you can see how it has huge implications for athletics and sports and all that, trying to keep your body balanced, keeping away from salt. Of course, this is underlying, people think you need salt, so people eat salt because they feel like they need to eat it, or you're supposed to get some, but you're supposed to get sodium, and you can get that from organically grown foods, just like every other nutrient you need. And one big reason why everyone's under the belief that salt is a good thing, at least in moderation they believe it's a good thing, is that a long time ago there was an iodine deficiency, and by that time salt was already being used. It was a big use as a preservative, so everyone just got used to it. That was a way long time ago. But then it was they started adding iodine into it. I don't remember when this was, but they did that because there was a huge iodine deficiency, so people were getting sick. So, as a nation, they said, well, what can we do to solve this problem? So they started putting iodine in salt to give people their iodine. So that's one reason everyone's kind of under the notion that you need a little salt. But again, iodine, you can get from foods, organically grown foods too. It's hard these days to get enough iodine, as much as you need. And I don't have the periodic table here, so I won't talk about it that much. But iodine is hard to get. First of all, we're just not getting it. Soil's bad soil, all that stuff. You know all that stuff. But we get too much fluoride and chloride in our bodies. Of course, we put both of those in tap water, so it gets into our skin when we take showers. And if we drink it, it just gets in everything. So we get too much of that, and it displaces iodine in the thyroid, and different things. If you just start looking at the thyroid and how it affects just everything, you go in all these different paths of how it just messes with every system in your body. But anyway, the main point is it's hard to get enough iodine because it's being displaced with chloride and fluoride that we hear under the assumption that, I don't know, is good. So, yeah, and I get iodine. I take kelp. Sea vegetables are high in iodine, so that's one way to get it. And of course, stay away from, or try to stay away as much as you can from those things. Even in toothpaste, that's all ridiculous. Fluoride in toothpaste and all that stuff. But I don't have time to talk about any of that stuff. So I guess that's it for now. I can't think of anything.